There are many good people in the world. That's why this world exists. But all of them are reluctant to convey that goodness to others, which could be due to many reasons. But different from all of them are those who loudly say that I have something to say to this world from my experience. She is still willing to be a friend to those who have lost friends, to call back those who have fallen into the abyss of despair, to swim from sadness to the shore of happiness, and shout out loud that if you look for it, you can find the beautiful moments of life. With us today is a personality who always makes us look at this world with a smile. Let us know more about the stunning beauty from the beautiful place of India, Coorg. Greetings from Saudi Times Online.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
See, usually whenever we are trying to introduction, no? So we are trying to find out the details from the Facebook and social media.
Okay.
But whenever I try to find out the details from your side, there is not much details. But I know that you are well aware in the Riyadh community and Saudi community for who are giving the life course as a life coach and providing the positive energy to everyone. So let us start with the negative energy.
Okay.
What is negative energy?
Negative energy. See, I strongly believe that there is an energy out here in the universe, alright? Your thoughts, if your thoughts are bad, negative, harmful to others, that's considered to be negative energy. When you have a bad thought, harmful to others, those things are considered to be...
How the bad thoughts come to someone's mind? How it's become generated?
It's experience. I believe that all this attitude or this negative behavior, thoughts, all these are based on your childhood experience. It depends on whom you see as your authority figure and what the person is.
So all the authority figures
No.
always try to hide their real facts, real behaviors.
See, I didn't mean that. Not all have these negative thoughts, right? Like there are people who have really, from a very young age, if you see, you can see lots of videos out there, or we can see in outer world, like we can see literally people, kids being very kind to others. You know, it depends on like how, especially at this present world, I think media has a huge influence. Now the kids, the cartoons your kids watch, the movies they watch, and also how the family atmosphere is.
What you
This
mean?
influence the
Yeah,
child.
what you mean? The media and the cartoons, what kind of energy they are providing?
See, earlier days, I think if I have to go back to our childhood time, we had very limited cartoons which was made only for fun. You know, there was no much negativity in those. But these days, if your child is watching a cartoon, it's a must as a parent. You just have to sit next to your child and watch what exactly the content of the cartoon is.
Is it possible to stay with the kids always?
No, you don't have to do it 24/7. First of all, there is a limited time where you give your child, and if you cannot take that responsibility, then you shouldn't choose to be a parent. See, it's your choice of being a parent. So if you're choosing to be a parent, alright, and you are going to gift someone or something to the world, it's your responsibility that you give a good human to the world. If you don't have time to invest in it, then you don't have to think of having a child. That's my policy, that's my concept.
Now it's a parential, something we also came to in our talking. How we can provide the good parenting, how we can be a good parent.
Being a good person, being a good human being by yourself. Example, your child never listens to what you say. Your child watches you, how you treat your spouse, how you treat your siblings, your parents, your friends, how you are as a person, how positive you are.
I read an article which you wrote. It says that not the children, but parents have to be changed. It can be connected with that?
Of course, yes. See, my intention, as you introduced me earlier, being a life coach and a therapist, I have like huge number of students coming to me, you know, children coming to me. I speak to the children, I speak to the parents, where I end up, where I really realize that these children turn up to be whatever they are, somewhere around, of course it's their parents who's responsible for that.
So you're a therapist as well as you're a psychologist.
Yes, yes.
So then I also realized that you can read or you can find out the behavior of the people by their handwriting.
Yeah, that's the
How is it
graphology.
possible?
That's graphologist. I've also certified in graphology. See, handwriting is also considered as brain writing. Okay, the other name of handwriting is brain writing. It's only the first 4 minutes or the first 4 lines you write, okay, is conscious. Once you start writing, then your unconscious mind that takes over.
The same way, now it's there and we are the camera.
Okay.
After 4 minutes we will forget we are in front of the
It's
camera.
writing. I'm telling you about writing. Writing
Okay.
is also considered as brain writing.
So after
Alright?
4
I
minutes.
don't read what the person is written.
Okay.
To understand a person's emotional state at that present time, okay, I don't have to literally read what the person has written. I just have to see the slants, the baseline. I cannot put out all the tricks here.
Okay.
Alright?
Let me ask a funny question in between.
Okay.
In the same way, you can find out what kind of person is that from their name or not.
Well,
You know why I ask you?
uh-huh.
You found your partner by name first.
No, that
Right
was
or no?
because, true that.
Before you are finding your husband, you were attracted on his name.
See, well, the reason I like that name, okay, that his name is Shan, let me say, and I like that name. So that was the reason. The first the look for me was his name, and then I learnt about him. And there are many reasons for me to choose him as my life partner.
So that means
right?
if his name was Hari,
Maybe I would not have. I don't have a problem with the name Hari though. See, I liked the name. As I told you, from a very young age, alright, from a very young age, I believe in there is an energy in the universe, as I told you earlier, and I believe in my intuitions, okay? So I go with my intuitions, for which till this date nothing has gone wrong when I've gone through my intuitions, right or wrong. I go through it. So
you say that your intuitions always gave you what you think, what you predicted. This is your name?
100%.
Is it possible?
Yes.
Could you give some examples? Because intuition means I
Every
think.
single thing happened in my life. I can say I did have an idea earlier, or I did plan it in my visualization. It's called manifestation. It's a belief. You know, from the book of Paulo Coelho, if you remember, there is a word like, if you sincerely wish, you know, the whole universe conspires to support you. I strongly believe in it because there are. I don't think I should give examples from my childhood. All right.
Yeah, it is right, because whatever he wanted to say, that we have to work hardly. Then all the
Working hard, yes. One.
Yeah.
Second thing, for me, working hard, all that comes in the second place. Of course, no, it's very important though, it comes in the second place. For me, what you are as a person, your intention. My policy is, or I judge everything on intention. You may do hundreds of things in favor of others.
We have to be sincere in the intention.
Your ethics, how honest you are.
But intention is coming after ethics, because intention
If your intention is bad, you can never be ethical. If
fine.
For example, you do a favor to someone, okay, and your intention is that getting something else from the person, like give and take or something is the intention. That's not going to end up in the right way.
It's clear, man. Let me ask you something, because recently we found some people, and mask. The mask is very important thing in the world right now, because recently some people, maybe they are showing their smiley faces and making others feel that they are their best friends, but in behind they are getting some kind of satisfaction whenever they are doing some bad thing against them. So now it's happening. So what kind of attitude?
This is very common, alright. This is very common, and one reason for that can be their insecurity, alright. One is that they feel you are somehow better that person, and somehow the person tries to destroy you so that he or she feels better. You understand? Some people want to gain success by putting others down. Let me just tell you one example.
Yes.
Now you have you have planned for a road trip. Okay. All right. So what is that you look forward? You look forward is for the destination.
Yeah.
What time you're going to reach the destination. You need to plan your road trip, how it has to be. This is what you will have. Why do you have to bother who is going to, if say for example your road trip, your plan is to Dubai, why do you have to bother who is going to Bahrain and what time the person is going to reach Bahrain? It's none of your business. Or you don't have to bother like who is faster than you, who is coming behind you. Your focus has to be where you have to be. Unfortunately, some people don't have the focus that they have to reach Bahrain. They think that okay, this person is going to reach Dubai. They may think like okay, this person will reach Bahrain before me. You understand? So when you have that thought that I need to be successful, putting somebody else down.
So that is the matter of attitude, right?
Attitude, of course, yes.
Attitude is makes them negative or positive.
Yeah, true.
And the intention, whether it is
Intention,
bad.
yeah. If your intention is this, I need to grow, I need to be successful, then you will literally not bother hurting somebody else, putting somebody else down to feel better. It's for you. Your growth is yours. It's your personal thing. You need to work, as you told, you need to work hard on your growth. You need to think about, you need to keep every time you need to work on your knowledge, improving your knowledge. That's how you have to go, not putting somebody else down.
Okay. So, how do you think whenever you are giving the lectures to others? Recently, I found you attract the attention of the entire audience. They are mesmeric. You keep them 2 hours continuously listening to you, and no one else move the seat. Okay, how you can keep those people attracted? And the second question is, if you are giving 2 hours classes or advices or some kind of motivational things to them, how much will be? What is the expiry date for those motivation classes?
I didn't get your point.
Okay.
I think first let me answer your first question. How do I keep? For this is the answer related to your first question as well.
Please.
That is the energy, the positive energy of my intention. When I come on stage and I have an intention of talking to the audience or to the participant, my only intention is, as I mentioned there, like this should help at least one person there. If that can help that person to change that person's life on a positive note, having a happy life, having a smile. If my energy can help someone to be better in their life, that is my intention each time I do something. So I think that is a positive vibe which I share to my audience, which makes them
So
stay.
that means the intention and the providing the positive energies are very, very, very closely related.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Your intentions are clear, then you start emitting the positive energy.
How many people you think among those they can get all the motivational thoughts and motivational energy? What's the percentage do you
It
think?
depends on the mentality. See, we have 2 kinds of mind people. Okay,
Yeah.
some people with growth mentality, some people who are just static, who always put themselves down. I'm comfortable where I am. I don't want to do something new. I may fail. Such people will never put effort to change. When I say, it depends on the level of positive energy I share. So if my energy is really strong enough, they may try to do it for 2 to 3 days, but because of their mentality, the 4th day they just give up. It's not easy. See, I am not born like this. You get me? I did have lots of negativity in me, thinking as I told you, if somebody doesn't smile at me, I used to feel, oh, I think the person is angry, there is something wrong. Or somebody talks bad about me, I literally used to sit, cry for days. But experience changed me.
Those who are watching us now, they might be wanted to know more about you because I haven't made an introduction about you in the intro. So let me ask you. You are from Coorg, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you please tell, because Coorg is a special place in India. They have their own customs.
True.
Could you please elaborate about Coorg?
Coorg is actually, as it is, a very beautiful place, and the people there, they have a different culture. Coorgis, they are called Coorgis, who have their own language, separate language they have, and it's always believed their culture is totally different from other regions.
They have their own religion.
Yeah, it's not religion. Religion is, of course, they follow usually Hinduism itself is followed.
But Kurg is also a religion, right? The Kaveri is something like that.
Kaveri is considered to be their goddess. They pray Kaveri.
The river Kaveri.
Yeah, the river Kaveri. But of course, they pray to it's Hinduism, kind of Hinduism itself. The people are believed to be like very brave, and it is must that
like you.
Of course I am, and for that I think I should admire my dad. He's the person he's a very bold and strong personality.
Any example you can put because
oh my god, examples, and I think I will have to keep like 2 to 3 series of interview if I have to tell about my dad. Like he is of course a person whom I look upon for everything. I used to always, when I used to be a child, I used to be very emotional sensitive. See, I'm the only daughter, I have 2 elder brothers, and my brothers are like 7 to 8 years elder to me, so I've always been treated as a baby, pampered. Or even now I go, I am always pampered. Even they have their children.
No, don't say that because those are thinking you are like a NLP master.
Yeah, but for my parents and my brothers, I prefer to be like that. I prefer, professional thing is different, and being around my friends, I told you, being around my friends, they make fun of me, it's totally different, I like to be authentic, whatever I am. I don't want to put a mask and show people that I'm an NLP or I'm a life coach, so my life is, it's like this, I follow, it's this way. No, I am me, it's me. I enjoy silly things, I do silly things, I talk silly things. I'm a normal human being, just like anybody else. There is nothing,
That's where you can give them the more advices to the people how the life can be portrayed because we have an experience. Let me ask you other thing. What is the wound of rejection? Did you feel, or did you felt, or did you experience anything in your
wound of rejection is something every.
Why I ask you? Because you were saying that you were very pampered in the childhood.
For me personally, I don't have any incident which I remember where I have faced wound of rejection, if you ask me, or I can say when it comes to my case, I have overcome all these things.
You overcome.
I have overcome. Yes, there was
because
a time
recently
when I
you are
feel
from
low.
Kurg, as you say you're brave, but not all of them from Kurg.
No, not at all. For me to be brave, it's just one word from my dad. That is, each time, a friend don't talk to me in school, I come to my dad and I cry. Okay, Papa, he's not talking to me, I don't know what happened. Then he used to tell me like, you are my daughter. Okay, my dad is a self-made person. He's a total self-made person who from the bottom line is one of the person like in Karnataka you go to whichever places. In fact, even in Kerala you go, people recognize him. He's into politics. He's a social worker. He's like everywhere. He is that kind of a person. So he's a self-made kind of a person. All right. So I know from where he has. I never used to believe actually like whatever he used to do. When I used to go to school, I had only one pair of shorts. I said okay, I've heard all these things in enough of movies. I never believed. I thought you're just joking to motivate us. But later apparently I met one of his teacher who actually was the speaker of Karnataka. Okay, he was the speaker of Karnataka. Who was his teacher? Who was a lawyer. So once I met him when
Speaker of
Karnataka.
Assembly.
Yeah, Assembly. Yes.
Okay. What was his name?
Bopaya.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but yeah, Bopaya. His name is Bopaya. So once when I was small, it's like when I was in high school, I met him and he told me, do you know how hard your dad have worked? I know when he used to come to school, he used to come with the,
So from the childhood, he has given a lot of.
He's worked very hard. I respect
Okay.
him for
Anyway, so to become a person like you right now, because you are a motivation as an NLP, and you can find out many things from the pupils' behaviors, from their even the face and everything. You must have some experience, a bad experience to reach here.
Of course, this is what I tell everybody. If you have a bad experience, rather than being sad, remember that this is going to be the best thing in your life because that is how you learn.
Could you please tell us what make you, maybe some, not all of them, Yes, some of them. Could you please tell us some of them?
See,
What make you
there are
on a
certain
person
which,
like you
of
right
course,
now?
yeah, of course, betrayal from many whom I trusted. Of course, I think we all go through this at a point in our life, right? When we trust many people, we be ourselves and we support them, but when they reach a certain point, they just see through us. Many things like this. I think every single human being faces such things. So from that, I learned what I am, and if I have to give you a few examples, one example which changed my life is, see, as I told you.
Yeah, please, that will be much interesting. Could you please tell me
Yeah,
what
one
incident
example.
changed your
Many
life?
incidents. One thing which I always, that after that incident, I never hurt somebody intentionally.
Before that, you were
Before,
thinking
of course,
about
yeah, of course. Not hurting a lot, not like that, but yeah, I used to.
Usually, yes,
It was my
usually.
college days. That was my college days. I had a friend, okay? So, as I told you, since my dad used to be into business and all, at that point of my college days itself, I used to have a very good amount of money as my pocket money and all this. So, and I used to be in my college days, all I used to do is, my friends said, no, I need something, okay, you want money, I'll give you, just take it, go enjoy. I used to do all those things, but I had saved some money for certain reason, and one of my friend was in trouble, where I knew, she had her boyfriend, and there was a problem he was facing. I tried to literally help him. Though I knew that was a fake story created by the guy, since she was my friend, I wanted to support her. I gave this money to her and I told her, I need to pay my fees, the school fees, the college, I don't remember exactly what fees it was. That fees was kept for that, and I couldn't ask my dad to give it again because he just gave me and left. And I was not a spoiled brat, though I used to have. And I told her, see, I have to give this on this date, so please make sure you get back the money for that date. So she told okay, and I gave her the money, she took the money and everything. Oh, the day came and I told her, I need my money, my dear, I need to pay. So she totally was like, why should I give you? And it was like totally a different thing which
like
I was
as
like,
if you haven't.
yeah, I was shattered. I was like, what to do? I couldn't go ask my dad for money again. I was like, what do I do now? How can I manage and all that? And exactly, I don't remember how did I manage. That is the second thing I actually don't. But because of my anger to her, what I did was like many things happened in between. I don't want to explain everything. I got so angry on her, and what I did was she had her favorite thing. I think it was a ring or something. I just threw it.
Okay.
Because I was literally angry on her, and I just thought like she destroyed my trust on her, and I was totally treated bad. On that anger, I just threw it up. Where I had, at that time, my dad had brought me a very beautiful bracelet. I like all these accessories. It was a gold bracelet which had lots of hangings on it. So after I did that, of course I was guilty for doing that. Then the next day I woke up. On my bracelet, I didn't have that hanging thing which was my favorite bracelet.
Yeah.
Okay? I woke up in the morning, I couldn't find it on my bracelet. So that was the last day when I did something back to somebody, because
No, this is I didn't get. Where?
I don't know.
Okay, it was gone.
It was gone. When I woke up in the morning, it was gone. So from that day, I believed that my intention was wrong. And so this was a punishment I received, because I strongly believe in God. I believe in the energy of God. I'm not a person who always, even during once a year I go to vacation, I really don't go to temples and all that. I'm not a person who go there, pray, but I believe in everything. So that was the last time I intentionally hurt somebody, because I took that as a lesson in my life. Since then, whatever happens in my life, whatever negative thing happened in my life, the first thing I think is, what is the reason behind this? Either unknowingly I have done something wrong, or it's a lesson for me. And believe me, I've got the answer every
Desperately,
single
you are
time.
not going to do any bad thing.
No.
Okay.
I never. After that, I have never done, and I have faced literally when I have been shattered, thinking like, what next? I
ma'am. Hope you have many more chances to meet with the children as well as the parents. Also wish you to have a corporate meeting and trailer. Thank you very much, and we will see you. Of course, we will see you next time, and many things still remain in you. What you wanted to get, so we will dig it out and wait for that. Thank you.
Thank you.